Hi, I'm TheManWhatReviews, and welcome to the list. This is the first of hopefully many new episodes of my new show, which, as I previously mentioned, will be having a top 10 like format. This show hopefully won't be as long-winded as the reviewer, as instead of focusing on lots of little details, like I did in Crash Bandicoot's review, which is the review episode 7, where I spoke for 4 whole minutes without showing any gameplay or saying what I thought about it, I will instead be jumping straight into it with little background information. So without further deviation, let's begin. As you saw in the beginning of the episode, this episode is going to be about my 5 favourite James Bond films. Just to be clear at this point, they will not include any Daniel Craig films because I've never seen them and I don't intend to. For me, James Bond stopped at Die Another Day. Coming in at number 5. This comes in at number 5 for me because it was the first ever James Bond film made by Eon. It's an exciting time. It's not my least favourite Bond film overall, not by a long shot, and I like the way they threw everything they had into making the first film so great. Number 4. I've put The Man with the Golden Gun at number 4 because it's one of my favourite Roger Moore films. I've tried not to do this with films in this list, but a part of the reason this has made it in is because of the whole ending bit where Bond goes into Scaramanga's funhouse. The rest of the film is good too, like when the guy goes in the funhouse at the beginning, but I think the ending bit is just clever. Moving on to number 3. It was a pretty easy choice for me that Goldfinger be in this episode, because I think that was one of the first James Bond films that I ever watched, and until I did watch more James Bond films, this was my favourite film. I liked Oddjob and his hat, and so I thought that was a cool feature, and I also liked the plot of trying to rob Fort Knox. Number 2 now. I know a lot of people have slated this movie for one reason or another, but this is still one of my favourites. This movie came out just about the same time I started to get into James Bond properly, so I feel like I can relate to Pierce Brosnan's films better than I can the others. If it wasn't for the last film that's on the list, this would be my all-time favourite. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, my favourite James Bond film. For those of you that have seen the reviewers episode 8 and 8.5, you'll know that my favourite Bond film is of course GoldenEye. I'm not sure what it is about this one that makes it stand out from all the other ones, but this is just it for me. A fellow agent turning bad, threatening the UK with re-entering the Stone Age, and an amazing fight on top of the antenna cradle. No Bond film has topped it, and seeing as I don't watch any Daniel Craig Bond films, no Bond film will top it. So that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go back and watch all my other videos, and remember you can like me on Facebook.